Senior reporter James Andre, who joins us from there. James, it does appear, doesn't it, we're entering another new phase of the situation there. Perhaps still not quite a full war, but certainly approaching it.
Yes, we are witnessing a very clear escalation on the ground here in the south of the country, where indeed Israel has carried out dozens of airstrikes. Witnesses say some 80 in the early hours of this morning, targeting Hezbollah posts down there in the southern part of the country, and also to the east in the Bekaa Valley, with indeed Israel calling upon citizens in the villages to steer clear of Hezbollah posts and positions, saying that indeed there will be more intense and more targeted strikes coming across the day. Actually, one missile hit not very far from here, near Jebel to the north of Beirut. So yes, what we're seeing is strikes that are stronger, deeper, more targeted inside Lebanon than they have been until now. Now, we've been hearing here what was being said in Israel with indeed Daniel Hagari, the rear admiral, who's a spokesperson for the Israeli army, saying that messages had been sent to civilians, but also that for now they did not rule out the possibility of a ground invasion, but it was very much an aerial phase at this stage of indeed incapacitating Hezbollah.
James, yesterday I know you were at the funeral of the senior Hezbollah commander Ibrahim Akil's funeral. He was killed on Friday, of course, and you spoke to Hezbollah supporters. What were they telling you?
Well, the mood was very mixed. On a sense, you could feel that there was fear. Indeed, we spoke to, for example, one of the security people there at the funeral, who was telling us, looking up at the sky, well, you know, they could hit us here if they wanted to. Indeed, people telling us that Hezbollah did not want war, but on the other hand, also telling us that they were ready for a full-scale confrontation. People telling us that indeed they had lost one leader, but that did not mean they didn't have many others that were ready to serve and indeed to take command in the organization. It's important to remember that Hezbollah has at this stage controlled large swathes of the south of the country, that they do have a very strong arsenal of missiles that can actually reach across the whole of Israel if indeed these missiles manage to get through the Iron Dome. But we're talking about Scud missiles, notably, that have a range of up to 400 kilometers. So of course they are a very strong force. But on the other hand, it was interesting to hear Noam Qasem, which we just heard in that excerpt of the speech you played, who is the number 2 of Hezbollah, who is really seen as the right hand of Ismail Haniyeh, saying yesterday in a rare public appearance that the group had been shocked by the very strong blows they'd received from Israel, and that is unusual for Hezbollah to actually recognize that they had been in shock. But he did say that they were collecting and they were getting ready for a new phase. So what we're seeing here is really very strong rhetoric on both sides. This morning, very, very intense Israeli strikes as far as the center of the country here in Lebanon. So a very clear escalation indeed.
James, thanks very much. James Andre, our correspondent, talking to us live from Beirut.